I've seen you on so many shows. I just wonder what your favorite sitcom was that you've ever worked on.
Well, that's an interesting question because some of my favorites were the least known. Because I did this show you never heard of called Good Advice with Treat Williams, and I always loved him, like younger in movies like Hair, and we hung out, and he told me stories. I had fun working on Norm Macdonald's show because he's crazy, and Artie Lang, we would play tennis and be sweating right before the shooting. I mean, for career-wise, it was Seinfeld that, you know, because everyone sees it and stuff. But for fun, just some goofier shows like Norm and Treat Williams and stuff.
So what does Norm like to work with? You say he's crazy?
He's as crazy as you think.
Really?
Like he didn't care about the taping. I go, we're taping a show. Shouldn't we go back? We're playing tennis. He couldn't accept that Artie Lang kept beating him because he was a fat guy. But I played, the thing I learned about, any of you play tennis?
A little bit.
Oh.
Well, you don't have to be thin. You know,
Right.
I got deceived because I used to play with this heavy lady thinking I could beat her. But it's not like you're running. And
Right.
Artie actually was a great athlete, and he played a lot of football. So just hanging out with these two crazy guys was a lot of fun.
Now, Fred,
Yes.
you have a movie, a very funny movie, called Fred and Vinny.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I saw it last night. It was great. And you guys you're in the process of selling it now?
Yeah, we're going. This is my first time doing something like this. Like, I've been on sitcoms and voiceovers, but, you know, I just wanted to, it's a true story, and my friend put his money into it, said, let's try to do this. Mm-hmm. So this is a new world for us, you know, getting a line producer. And, so I got to go to Slam Dance, a film festival in Park City. It was so much fun, and you try to get people's attention. And so it's kind of the Wild West, this kind of world of independent movies. So I don't quite know how it works, but I'm on Facebook talking about it, and we're in our early stages of this part of it.
Nice.
Just
so
trying to get it out there.
How much of it is true? I kept wondering that as I was watching. I noticed that your name is Fred Stoller in the movie.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that I didn't realize how pathetic I was till people keep describing this movie as about two pathetic guys, and it's basically almost all true. Mm-hmm. And our rep was saying, distributors were watching it, they go, this is Fred? I didn't know he's doing so poorly. And it was like, it took place about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's, I mean, yes, it accentuates more the patheticness.
Okay.
I mean, this is true. Talking about acting and auditioning, this really happens. I would audition, and they go, not so pathetic. And I wasn't trying to be.
Oh.
So,
sorry.
I get that, but not so bitchy.
Really? And you're not trying to be bitchy?
No, I'm not. I just am.
I had a question for you, Fred, about improv and what kind of role improv comedies played in your life. I know you did some stand-up and stuff like that, but as far as improv goes.
I never really was in those kind of like, whose line is it anyway, parts of life. I did stand-up, and I never was good at those things. Freeze, and I mean, some things, I've gotten some parts where you're allowed to riff off it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like sometimes, like on Little Man or you know, on Dr. Katz, you can just, you know, but I'm not good at those. Like, you're in a dentist office and, you know, and pretending you're being pulled away. But I like things where you're allowed to, like, look it over and then just keep going. Yeah. Like in Fred and Vinny, the guy who played Vinny in the audition, he just kept going with it. So sometimes, like I said, I just kind of in the character of an audition, but I don't like the total blank slate improv. Are you taking improv class or something?
I do, and it seems like there's a big emphasis on it. Do you feel like it's affected how you write because you prefer very scripted things?
Well, actually, I'm writing these web series, and they're going to involve some celebrities, and part of me was thinking of leaving it blank and let them riffing, but I think it's good to, like on Dr. Katz, they had a script, and they would shoot it, and then do a take where let's just riff. So you have the safety of it, but yeah, I'm not one of those chameleons, like I said. It's just not my thing. Everything I do, like I say, is kind of schmucky. Are you allowed to say that word?
Yeah, sure. You can say schmucky.
Where do you take improv classes?
I take a couple different ones. I'm with a group called Monkey Butler. I've done different stuff here and there, IO and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think every muscle is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everything I do kind of helps. Even in Handy Manny, it's a kid show. Tom Kenny, is great, and like he'll do a line, but then add something, to it. So yeah, it's a skill that can help you. So it's weird. Some auditions they encourage you to do extra stuff. Some say just do it as written.
Yeah.
So it kind of throws you off. Like, well, do it your way. So yeah,
I'm always being told to just do it as written.
Right.
But the casting notice says skilled improvisers.
Right. I love that when you show up for these commercial auditions and they're like, strong improviser, great actor needed, and like sometimes there's no lines.
Yeah.
Do you prefer doing voiceover work or actual live-action acting? What is your preference?
Well, it's a voiceover it spoils you because it's really, you don't shave, you don't have to have it memorized, and also it doesn't have that self-importance like, when you do these sitcoms. I don't know, have you done multi-camera with the run-throughs?
Sure.
They're doing fake laughing and
even at the table read, everybody's like,
yeah.
Right.
So I still like acting. I prefer a one-camera thing. Like if I'm on Judging Amy or something, if you have one or two lines, you're only there for your little thing. It's self-contained.
Yeah.
So no, but some sitcoms are great. But I'm not one of these guys that loves the roar of the audience, a sitcom, because it's always fake. They scream. They go, "We'll give you shirts if you laugh." And,
Right.
it doesn't feel as genuine as this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
And it's just So yeah, I think. Voiceovers are great, but I still want to kind of do my own thing and act. But voiceovers afford you to turn down a lot of cattle calls and things I know I'm wasting my time.
I noticed that like half your IMDb credits are also Fred characters.
It's funny how I'll be on something, they'll just change it to Fred because I just exude a Fred. Like I'm penguins in Madagascar, I'm a squirrel called Fred, and I guess it wasn't. I just seemed like a Fred, yeah.
Huh. It made me
works.
think that like maybe you knew the people first or something. They're like, let's write a part for
No,
Fred.
Seinfeld originally was called Pete, my guest star, and then Larry says, "You don't mind I change it to Fred?" I just seem like a schmucky guy. And Fred is the name for it, not
My
Pete or
dad's
Steve.
name is Fred.
Well, it's an older guy's name.
It's a good, strong name, though.
Well, your dad did call and drop an S-bomb
That's true.
on the show.
He did swear once.
What's the weirdest fan experience you've ever had? Like with a fan or someone who recognized you?
Outside
I mean,
of today, right now.
weirdness or
Like just weird or cool? I don't know.
trying to
Different.
think. I get a lot of people that go, "Where do I know you from?" And like on TMZ, they've had me on, and the joke is like, "Who is this guy?"
But why put you on if they're going to say that?
No, it's weird when someone makes a big fuss, like, "Oh my God," and the others go, "Who is he? What do you?" It's but I just have some kind of weird people on Facebook,
Oh, okay.
What do they do?
Well, I'm flattered, but one thinks we're going to be together, which would be nice, but I explain I'm 25 years older than you. I live in a different country. We never spoke. Why can't anyone like me that's, 3 miles away?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
really.
These are just little wrinkles in the plan. Don't worry. You guys can. I think you two can make it.
We can work it out.
Yeah, we'll help you.
Yeah.
What's her name? Oh,
I
you
better.
didn't
You
should have said. I was going to tell her to.
I keep getting these weird things.
You have a right to a private life.
Yeah.
That's what people are forgetting these days.
I was going to tell her to call in if she's listening.
Oh.
I
the
just
number's
have-
800.
The sad thing is, if she lived in, I'm glad she's in a different country. If she lived in Whittier, I'd be showing up. Then Chris Hansen pops up.
Oh, yeah.
So she did me a favor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Have some brownies.
I've done some desperate things.
I was going to ask about working on Monk.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's a really good guy. Actually, I did an episode of Wings many years ago.
Oh, yeah, Wings.
And then I bumped into Tony Shalhoub at the Rocket Video. And he goes, "Yeah, we do different. I like to have people on I like, makes it more fun." And then
Cool.
and then I had to audition, but he put in the word, and so because I bumped into him at Rocket Video.
Pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a real good guy.
I want to ask about Dumb and Dumber too. How
That was actually answering that girl's question. That's my version of an improv where they say you can just riff it.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm not, like I said, good at improvs like, those whose line is it anyway, but if I know the context, in that, yes. So.
Yeah, that is a classic scene.
So what did they tell you to do in the scene?
Well, excuse me. I had auditioned actually as the bigger part. They gave it to Duff, but they were auditioning guys to be the bad guy.
Okay.
Oh, the guy that they poisoned by accident? Is that Duff?
Yeah, no, but Duff.
Duff was the girl that worked.
Oh,
they were originally auditioning to another guy, but then they said let's give it to a woman.
Oh, okay.
So I was up for that, and they said, "Is there anything more you could do with this?" So I did for my act. Don't mess with me. I'm a thrill seeker. You better not mess with me, all that stuff. So then, I had just done a little part on Junior.
All right.
One line, and Ivan Reitman was kind of mean. Said, "Just get out of there." And I was so scared, and I just did that. So I was afraid, scampering. And then they go, "No. Aren't you going to riff to that thing you did about you're a thrill seeker?" So I think I was doing "Don't mess with me, you're on the phone, da-da-da." So it turned into that.
Nice.
That is a great scene.
Yeah, they're great guys, Farley's.
That scene ends with him punching through the glass.
That was a stuntman.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't you.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask how many times did you have to get yanked through the glass?
The guy got punched twice with breakaway glass.
Oh, okay. All right. But it was a stuntman. Okay.
Yes.
I think the reason I kill is my father. He didn't approve of me. My father was always telling me, son...
Hold on. Why are you getting into this exposition now? I mean, it seems really late in the story.
I know. I hate exposition too.
Well, then why are you saying it now?
I don't know. I'm not the writer.
Well, someone should have caught it. What?
Well, now I'm not in the mood.
I'm sorry, I can do this again.
Would you? That'd be great.
Yeah.